Attentively, KPM.
Okay, this is nice. Oh, a message. All right. It looks like it's an invitation to a party tonight. Oh my goodness, that is so interesting. But oh no, I have an exam early in the morning tomorrow. Should I go or not? Should I go or not? I should go. Maybe not. Should I go or not?
Didik TV, KPM.
Hello everyone, you are now watching Lower Form on Didik TV KPM together with me, Sean Stephen, as your host. And today, of course, our lesson is English, but what will we be learning today? But most importantly, who is our teacher for today? Well, let's have a look at his profile. And today we have Mr. Hanin. Hi Mr. Hanin, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, Sean. Thank you very much for asking. And how about you?
I am super excited to find out what we're learning today. And of course, today we also have our sign language interpreter. We have teacher Kathy. Hi! Alright, so what are we learning today?
Thank you, Sean. So, might as well we continue with our lesson.
Yes, that's right. But before that, I believe we also have some students who are joining us online, right?
Yes.
Alright, let's see who they are. Hi everyone! There we go. Our very ready faces for today.
Yep.
Maybe you could kindly introduce them to those watching at home.
So, we have the first person, Anis. Hi, Anis.
Hi Anis.
And then the second person will be Aisha. Hi, Aisha. The third person will be Haikal. Hi, Haikal.
Hi.
And the last person will be Nabiha. Hi, Nabiha.
Hi Nabiha. Alright, so before we begin, I have a very important question that I have to ask each and every one of you. Are you ready for our lesson today? Give me a big thumbs up if you are. There we go. Alright, so I've been asking this so many times because I'm super excited for today. So, Mr. Hanin, what are we learning today?
Okay, so now let's continue with our lesson.
Yes.
Okay. So, we are going to discuss about special relationships.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just now we look at Sean as you're trying to figure out whether you want to go to a party or you want to focus on exams.
Yes, I still can't decide.
So, you need to consider your friend as well, but you need to think about your own future. So we are going to look into that. But before we look into that, we are going to see the learning standard we are going to learn today.
Okay.
We are going to look at the main skill speaking, which is to explain own point of views. And then the complementary skill, we are going to have a listening activity, which is to recognize with little or no support, attitudes or opinion in longer text on an increased range of familiar topics. Okay. Now, we go on also to the next one, the learning objective. At the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to state at least an opinion on a situation given to them. So, we are going to see what kind of situation they need to deal and come out with a certain decision. And also, the last one, identify which statement they heard are advice or suggestions. Okay.
All right.
So, we are going to look at Form 3 Close-Up Students Book, page 49. Okay?
Okay, so hopefully everyone got your textbooks ready. Page 49.
Yes, especially our friends at home and also online.
That's right.
Okay, so let's begin by looking at this first word, social. So just because this is going to be a speaking activity, so why don't we ask our student online, Anis, what do you think about this word, social?
Anis, probably you should turn on your microphone, please.
Okay. Pardon?
For me, social is someone or something that enjoys being with others.
Okay, so yeah, the person that you feel confident to be with, yeah. So it can be your social, the people around you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anis. Can we have another person talking about this word social, which is Nabiha? Hi, Nabiha.
Hello. I think that social means is an interaction between other people when talking or discussing about something.
Okay, interaction, that is also a very good word
Yeah.
because we are living with people, so we are going to have like social interaction with people as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, now let's go on to the next one, which is speaking activity. Again, we are focusing on speaking.
Yeah.
Who are you? So we need to know ourselves first, right?
Yes.
Before we try to broaden up our horizon, getting to know other people.
Yeah.
So they need to answer a few questions over here. I'm going to throw out this question to all the students, and also those at home can actually try to answer this question, because this is going to be a speaking activity. You can practice it with your family members and also maybe your friends at school, okay? So the first question would be, are you a sociable person? That's why just now we take the word social.
I see.
So to give them a little bit of a background knowledge of the things that we want to discuss today.
Okay.
Okay. The second question would be, do you make an effort to be popular? Because some people, they really like to expose themselves to let other people to know them.
Yes,
but
that's
some other people, they don't want to do that.
Okay,
So
yeah.
different kind of personalities. And
Yeah.
also the last one, do you have a good relationship with your friends, family, or neighbors? So I think we are going to choose a few of our friends to answer this question. How about we start with the first question? Aisha, do you consider yourself a sociable person?
No, I'm not a sociable person because I love to be alone.
Okay.
She enjoys
Aisha love
alone
to
time.
alone time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is good. Thank you for the response. Okay, why don't we try the next question with Haikal? Haikal, do you make an effort to be popular?
No, I didn't, because I don't really like to be popular, and it will give me pressure to maintain my personality.
Okay.
okay.
So this is what we will get when we are discussing this important issue with our pupils, right? So not everybody likes to expose themselves. I think so far these two, they like to be alone, and also maybe as like what Haikal say, he doesn't want to feel the pressure.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
peer pressure sometimes also are super strong. So it's good for us to hear this from all our pupils. Okay.
That's right.
Why don't we try also the last one? Do you have a good relationship with your friends, family, or neighbors? We try with Nabiha.
I do have a good relationship with my family and friends, especially my mother.
Okay, so she does have a very good relationship with the family, and of course, one of the parents, which is her mother.
Yeah.
So I think so far they have answered these three questions well, because this is just the first activity for them to get to know more about themselves.
That's right. All right. And before we continue any further, how about we take a short break and back to you for lower form on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM.
And we are back for lower form on Didik TV KPM. We are learning English for form 3, and our topic of our lesson today is special relationships. So over to you, Mr. Hanin.
Thank you very much, Sean. So we are going to our activity. So we are going to do listening activity, advice order, or suggestions.
Okay.
So these three things that we need to bear in our mind for
Okay.
this activity. Okay. So before we start doing our listening activity, there are a few key points that we need to pay attention, because we need to consider that when we are learning English, there are 4 major skills that we need to be a master of.
Okay.
Okay. The first one is going to be the usual one: reading,
Yep.
writing. Now we have listening and also speaking.
Okay.
Okay. And now we focus on the listening activity. But before we do the listening activity, we need to know how to get a better score or how to perform well when answering listening tasks. Okay. So the first thing that you can do is listen attentively to the recording.
Yeah.
Because once the recording played, they are not going to wait for you.
Okay. Yeah.
So listen attentively, meaning you need to pay attention, because you don't have anything or other things to do during that particular time. So do well in that. Number 2, what you can do is take notes if possible, because you are given paper, right? So why don't we make use of the paper that are with us, use pencil, take notes of the most important, maybe key points
Okay.
about the recording that you hear.
All right.
Okay, next, pay attention to the tones of the speakers, because I say tones sometimes the speakers may use different. There are different tones, different accents of people using the English all around the world. Okay, and also and speakers, we have like old people. The voice might be different. Younger people will be different. Youngsters will be different. So we need to pay attention on that.
Yeah.
Okay, even while we are talking with our friends, we can sense tones.
Yes.
And tones will give a little bit of like feeling and emotion to the sentences, and it makes the sentence meaningful.
Okay.
Okay, so pay attention on that. Okay, and then lastly, think quickly to decide on the answers. Why I say think quickly? Because you are given a particular time for you to answer these questions.
Okay.
There's set time given to you. So you need to do it fast.
Alright.
Because we are learning, so you are going to have some time to think. But during maybe a certain examination or a certain task that you need to face, you don't have much time. So you need to act fast and think fast also. Okay, now we go on to the next one. So these are the activities that we are going to do.
Okay.
There are 6 statements. So we are going to read it first and see the different, after we are going to play the audio or the recording. Okay. Read and listen to 1 to 6 below, which give advice, give order, or make suggestions. So that's why the topic here is advice, orders, or suggestions. Because as I mentioned just now about tones, where while you are giving advice, while you are giving orders, while you are making suggestion, you use different tones.
That's true.
Okay, that's true. Okay. Now let's look at statement 1. I just read it without knowing how how the tones would be, right?
Okay.
So I'll be natural. Don't stay up late. You've got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. The second one, if I were you, I talk to your mom. She usually knows what to do. 3, they must clear up the room before they leave. And 4, I think it would be better if he said sorry to her. 5, shall we invite Martha to the party next week? And 6, he shouldn't waste so much time playing video games all day. Okay. So while I'm reading, maybe you can make a guess. So we will let our friend make a guess first. Okay. Maybe just a few, 1 minute. Okay, everybody? Make a guess. So if you feel that the answer is advice, so what you put? Just the letter.
Okay.
A for advice, O for order, and S for suggestions.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I guess those of you watching at home as well, you can give it a try.
Yes.
And maybe we can, because this is before we listen to the
audio,
right? So
the
you have
recording.
some time to kind of guess like your first impression
Chance.
of what
Very
these
good,
sentences are. Okay.
Because sometimes we have already our background knowledge about certain ideas, so we can make a guess first.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now I think our pupils are already ready online, and those at home can try this activity. Yeah, don't miss it. Okay. So shall we start with the first time we're listening to the recording?
Okay, let's have a listen for that recording.
Recording. Okay.
Speaking, Unit 4, page 49, B.
1. Don't stay up late. You've got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. 2.
If I were you, I'd talk to your mum. She usually knows what to do.
3. They must clear up the room before they leave. 4.
I think it would be better if he said sorry to her.
5. Shall we invite Marta to the party next week? 6.
He shouldn't waste so much time playing video games all day.
Sometimes you can already get the answer from this first play of the recording or of the audio.
Yep.
Yeah, this activity is inside our textbook. Yeah, English textbook close-up student page 49. So after you listen for the first time, still remember they already make initial assumptions.
Okay.
A guess.
Correct.
Of what they think would be the answer. But usually, when we are doing a test, pupils will be given another chance to listen and to confirm whether the first guess that they make, after they listened, is it correct or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I would assume that some may not get it at the first time. The second time would be another chance for them to have another listen. Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
So don't waste the chances that you have. Pupils at home and pupils online. So now you will get two times to confirm your assumption or guess that you make.
Okay.
Whether you can get the answer correct or not. Because if you didn't get it right the first time, you still have the chance to do the second time.
The second time, yes.
So there's no third time.
There isn't.
There isn't third time. So make use of the chances that you have. If not, it's just going to be a waste.
That's true. And also based on what you said earlier when we have to listen attentively, you mentioned about tones as well. So each of this sentence have a slightly different tone as compared to when Mr. Hanin was reading it earlier. So you have to really pay attention to the audio.
Yes. Thank you very much, Sean, for highlighting that. So now we are going to listen again to the recording, and pupils online and also at home. Okay, this is the only time that you will have.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys ready? If you are guys ready, please
give us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, thank you very much. So now they are ready. I feel like they are very excited as well, just to confirm their answers, whether they get it right or not. Okay, with that, we are going to listen to the recording.
Let's go.
Speaking, Unit 4, page 49, B.
1. Don't stay up late. You've got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. 2.
If I were you, I'd talk to your mum. She usually knows what to do.
3. They must clear up the room before they leave. 4.
I think it would be better if he said sorry to her.
5. Shall we invite Marta to the party next week? 6.
He shouldn't waste so much time playing video games all day.
All right.
Okay, that is the end of the recording. I think by this time, our pupils already got the answers with them. They are very sure with the answers.
Okay, I hope
but
so
we are
too.
going to check whether they are going to get the answer correct or not.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, we are going to see whether they can catch up with their understanding of what they heard, because this is going to be a listening activity. Okay. So, so this is the discussion part where we are going to see if our friend get the answer right, because there are 6 statements. So I'll do the first one.
Okay.
And Sean, I think I'll give you also one.
Oh.
But we wait until the rest of our friend finish. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
No
And
problem.
also, this is going to be a PBD.
Okay.
Okay. So it is a part of assessment. So if they able to do that, we are going to give them a reward, which we already prepared over there. And
yes.
Sean is going to help me with that.
Okay.
Okay. So, so I'll do number 1 first.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Don't stay up late. You've got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. So the voice is like from a lady. Yeah. I think it was like giving an advice.
An advice.
For advice. So I
Okay.
think the answer would be A.
Okay.
So let's check the answer. Yeah.
All
okay.
right.
Okay. So that is A for advice, because you can see from the tone itself and also from the wording, it does show that this person want to give you an advice, because they say don't stay up late. You've got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are going to check our pupils' answer from the online, and also pupils at home can check also your answers. Okay. So
right.
who wants to do number 2, please?
Me.
Okay, Anis. Okay, Anis. You can read it first and then share the answer with everybody.
If I were you, it's to talk to your mom. She usually knows what to do. The answer is S, suggestion.
Suggestions. Okay, let's see the answer. Okay, S. Good job.
Well done.
Well done.
Shall we
So
give
yes,
a reward?
Yes, thank you, Sean. So
All right.
Anis will get 1 reward.
Okay. For you.
Now, who wants to do number 3, please?
Me.
Who's that? Aisha. Okay.
They must clear up the room before they leave.
Yes.
The answer is O, order.
The answer is what? What again? O.
O.
Oh, order. Okay,
Okay.
let's see the answers. Okay. They must clear up the room before they leave. O for order. Okay. Good job. Good job. Well,
Well done. And a reward for Aisha?
Yes, a reward for Aisha. Good
Well
job, Aisha.
done.
Now we go on to the next one, which is statement 4. Okay. Who wants to do number 4, please?
Me.
Okay, Nabiha. That's good.
I think it would be better if he said sorry to her. The answer is A, advice.
The answer is A. I think it would be better if he said sorry to her. Even looking at the statement as well, we can kind of like guess, but after listening
Yes.
to the recording, it's already confirming the idea. Okay, let's check if that answer is correct. Yes, A, advice. Well done,
Well
Nabiha.
done, Nabiha.
Good
One
job.
for you here.
So yeah, you're getting one reward. Thank you, Sean, for giving the reward to her box. Now, so we have heard 3. The only boy in our online class. Okay, Haikal. So Haikal, can you do number 5, please?
Yes, okay. Shall we invite Martha to the party next week? And the answer is S, suggestion.
As suggestion. After all, if when we are looking at the sentence, it's a question,
Yeah.
right? Shall we invite Martha to the party next week? So it's not an advice, it's not an order.
Yes.
So the only option that you have is suggestion.
Suggestion.
But if you have the knowledge, you can make already that assumption or guess.
Yeah.
But always listen to the recording again.
Yep.
Because we got 2 chances, right?
Yes,
to
that's right.
confirm again your answer.
Okay.
Right? So let's see whether Haikal got the answer correct. Of course, he got it right.
Well
so
done.
S for suggestion. So 1 reward for
Haikal.
Haikal. Okay, now it's the time for our friends over here, John, to try out the answer for number 6.
Okay, I'll read it out first. he shouldn't waste so much time playing video games all day.
Okay.
So my answer would be A, advice.
Okay, let's check the sentence first. You shouldn't waste so much time playing video games all day. Yeah. When we look at the statement as well, right, Sean?
Yep.
Because you have like the general knowledge first, right?
Correct, yeah. Looking at the structure.
Yeah,
the
looking
words
at the
they
structure,
use.
very good. It's not really an order, it's not really giving suggestion. But after hearing the recording,
Yes.
you already got a solid answer. What
That's
is the
right.
answer again, Sean?
A for advice.
A for advice. Let's check the answer. Yes.
Yes!
Congratulations,
Do I get to keep
Sean.
one of these packets?
Of course you can. Of course, a reward for those who already got the answer right.
That's right. Well done to all our pupils who are online. Hopefully those of you watching at home, if you got your answer correct, well done to you. And right now we're going to take a short break. Back to you for lower form on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM.
You are now watching lower form on Didik TV KPM together with me, Sean Steven, and of course Mr. Hanin. Alright, shall we
Yes.
continue our lesson?
Okay, thank you, Sean. So, what we are going to do now, okay, it is going to be a speaking activity, one of the objectives that we need to achieve for our lesson today. Okay, so the title would be Solving a Problem. Okay, why we need to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, because we are dealing with teenagers, pupils who struggle with daily life.
Yeah.
So maybe by introducing this topic to youngsters out there, the pupils, they will have some time or maybe the ability to have like certain skill. This
Okay.
one also considered as like a social skill, whereby they need to understand the problem and find ways to actually solve a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
And for the speaking activity is going to help them to improve their speaking ability, of course.
alright.
Okay, now before we start doing the activities, I would like to share a few speaking strategies that is going to help our pupils in the online and also pupils at home to pay attention what you can do, yeah, to improve yourself, or maybe making the question easy for you, or you will find it easier for you to answer the question because you have certain strategies.
Okay.
So it's good to have strategies. Okay, the first one, look carefully and listen to the examiner to find out as much information as you can about the situation. Sometimes there are questions that the examiner try to explain to you in order for you to understand what's the problem. Okay?
Okay.
We are going to look at the activities later on, so don't worry much about this. But you will be given a situation.
Okay.
Okay? Number two, think about the advantages and disadvantages and talk about each option before you decide on the best one.
Okay.
So which is very good. Once you are given problems, so you need to find, in other terms, beside advantage or disadvantages, pros and cons
Okay.
of
yeah.
the situation before you end up with a decision on which one is the best for you.
Alright.
So we are also giving them the skills for their daily life as well,
Yeah.
right? Which is very good, and I love this activity so much. Okay, and then last one, remember there are no right or wrong answer, so you can say what you think, because we want to encourage them to say what is on their mind,
Okay.
because every pupils have different experience in their daily life.
That's true.
They came from different background, just like you and me.
Yep.
How we were brought up by our family is going to affect how we are going to think.
That's
so by doing this activity, we are giving them like a platform so that they can exchange idea, try to understand, or without having like any worries, people condemning you. We are giving them like safe ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, it's a very good idea, and also teachers need to be ready to be neutral as well.
Yeah.
Because teachers also come from another background.
That's true. Yeah.
That might affect the way we think. But being a teachers, we need to be neutral. We need to see how our pupils are going to say about the situation or problems they are going to face. Okay.
Okay.
So before we start using the language, right? So it is good to have a very good example or samples that we can follow. Okay. So in this book, they gave useful expression, for certain situation. Like for example, giving advice.
Yeah.
So number one, if I were him, I would. So that is a situation if you want to put yourself in his or her shoes.
Yep.
If you're talking about somebody. Number two, I think it would be better to. What? And using because. Next one, perhaps he should, or then he could. So this is always helpful when we want to try to put ourselves in someone else's situation. Okay? So while giving advice. The next one also, he should also, another expression that you can use. I really think it's best to do what? Because of something. And to be honest, I love to use this at school. Yeah, to be honest, because seemingly when we say this word, like the pupils try to understand that you are trying to be honest with them and they would understand you better. It works for me. Okay, you can try and use it. Okay, so this is the task that our pupils online need to do, and also pupils at home could try this activity with your friends. Okay. What is the question? Your friend Mark has been invited to a party the night before an exam. Seemingly very suspicious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the problem? What are the options? What are the advantages and disadvantages of each option? So these three main questions are being asked from the examiner, for example, right? Just like me, I'm going to ask my students, they need to do this. Okay, because this is going to be a PBD, so we are going to give them some time to actually try to figure out the answers. Okay.
Yeah.
So to help them with this, we are going to pair them up. Because let's see, this is the discussion that they need to do. Talk together about what he should do, then say which would be the best. So this is the discussion that they are going to do for some time. So I think what I can do is Anis and Asha, can you both work together, and also Haikal and Biha will also work together, or maybe you can do what they can do is try to give some time, or maybe one person can do what is the problem about, or the second person can do the other question, and then maybe both can talk about what are the advantages or the disadvantages of each option. Okay. So we are going to give them some time, a little bit.
How much time should we give them?
Maybe like a minute or two.
A minute or two. That's more than enough. I think.
That's more than enough. So I like to talk again to this. The speaking strategies. So while our pupils try to figure out, so think about the advantages of disadvantages of what's the problem again. Let's see what's the problem again. So Sean and I can also have like a discussion. Yes. Mark has been invited to a party the night before an exam. So Mark has an important thing to do the next day, but he was invited to a party which his friend is going to feel, something happened to Mark if Mark didn't attend. Or would you think like Mark's friend would understand his decision of not going? What do you think?
I think it also depends on the relationship that, for example, if Mr. Hanin, you are the one in that situation, what kind of relationship you have with Mark. Is Mark a very close friend, or is Mark just someone that you know, an acquaintance, or just someone that you just say hi or bye when you're walking past each other? So if, let's say, I think if the relationship is a very strong relationship, and he invites you all the time, maybe over to his house to have a meal or just to hang out, then I would assume that if the relationship is close, if Mr. Hanin is not going to the party, that would make Mark think that something is up, or did he do something wrong? Is there a reason why Mr. Hanin is not going to the party? That would be my assumption.
Yes, okay. For me also, there are so many factors that we need to consider, right?
That's true.
Because yes, you need to think about the relationship that you have with the person who invites to the party.
Yes.
So you need to consider that. But the thing is, because the main thing here, I have an exam that I need to go to tomorrow, and if I don't want to be selfish as well, because yes, I need to consider the relationship that I have with Mark. But it's two very different situations, because one is an exam which means that could translate into your future. Yes.
One more is more like your social relationship. Or it could be just a time for you to have fun, if you put it in a different way. So it's very complicated. It's hard to decide.
But this is what our pupils have to face in their daily life. They need to make this decision. Even us as an adult, we also face a lot of trouble to think whether we want to go or not to the party. For example, if our situation is different, maybe we are not going to an exam, but we have other things that we need to do the next day.
That's true. Let's find out from our students and also our pupils. Let's see whether they already have their answers.
Okay, can we have the first partner? Thank you. Aisha and Anis. Okay, sure. So let's try to listen to their conversation between Aisha and Anis.
Let me start first. I think the problem is Mark have to choose between going to the birthday party or study for his exam tomorrow.
So the options are between going to the birthday party or study for his exam tomorrow.
I think it would be better to study for his exam because it's very important for his future.
To be honest, I would choose to study too, because he will be tired to study late at night and he would not be able to focus answering the exam. So I think he shouldn't take the risk.
Okay.
You agree with me?
Yes, I think he shouldn't go to the party. That's all.
Okay. So from their conversation, they agree that Mark shouldn't go to the party. As what I said before or earlier, that there's no right or wrong answer.
That's right.
We are just going to let them explore the possibility. For both of them, they agree that Mark shouldn't go to the party. Okay. So why don't we listen to the next pair?
Oh, yes.
I'll go first. I think the problem is Mark has to decide whether to go to the birthday party or study for the exam tomorrow. I really think it's best for him to study because the exam is more important for his school.
To be honest, I really like the idea of going to the party because the party will be much more fun because all of his friends will be there.
If he didn't go to the party, he would have more time to study and will excel in his exam.
Perhaps he should go to the party but leave a little bit early so he could spend a little bit of time to study for his examination. Would you agree?
Sure, it seems reasonable. Since Mark doesn't want to disappoint his friends, he could go to the party and after that he can burn the midnight oil to study. That's all from both of us.
Wow. So this part, they came to a consensus where Mark can go to the party, but leave the party a bit early and study, burn the midnight oil, so that he can still perform the next day. Wow, a very good answer as well.
Yeah.
So both answer from these two pairs are valid.
Yep.
Yeah. So because they look at the problems, what are the options? They look at the advantages and disadvantages of each option. They have done well. So why don't we give award to all of them?
All of them. So here we go. One for Aisha, one for Haikal, one for Nabiha, as well as Anis. Well done, everyone.
Good job.
All right, and looks like we're going to take a short break right now. We're going to be back to you for lower form on Didik TV KPM.
Didik TV KPM.
And we are back at lower form on Didik TV KPM. Our lesson for today is English Form 3, and we are talking about special relationships. Now over to you, Mr. Hanin.
Thank you, Sean. So now we are going to speaking activity, which is on ideas focus.
Okay.
Okay. So this is also another speaking activity just to broaden up their horizon. Yes, and to think about some problems that they can respond to.
Okay.
So there are 3 questions over here. These are part of the activities that they can find inside the textbook. So which means pupils at home, you can try to refer to your textbook as well when if you want to do this activity. Okay. This question is more complex because just now they try to figure out with their friends.
Yep.
Okay. Now we are going to look at this question personally, and we are going to ask our pupils in the online about their opinion, because they already learned about the useful expression that they can use when they want to share their opinions. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see these 3 questions. Okay, the first question would be, if you had a problem with one of your friends, would you speak to him or her about it? Why or why not? Okay, that is the first situation.
Okay.
Okay, the second situation would be, what's more important to you, your education or your friends? Why? Okay, similarly, this is quite hard as well. Okay. And number 3, do you ask for advice when you have problem?
Yeah.
Why or why not?
Okay.
Because some people might deal with problem differently. So we want to know how our pupils in the online deals with this problem. So we are going to ask a few of them to respond. So why don't we start with maybe Aisha?
If you had a problem with one of your friends,
Okay.
would you speak to him or her about it? Why? Why not? If I had a problem with one of my friends, I would speak to her because I don't want the problem become worse, and I love her very much.
Okay. So
okay.
she will try to speak to her friend because she doesn't want to worsen the situation, and also because she loves her friend. Thank you very much, Aisha. So Aisha can get one reward
for
completing
Aisha
and answering these questions. Okay. How about we try Nabiha for the second question?
What's more important to you, your education or your friends? Why? I think my education is more important because my future depends on it, and maybe if I can inspire my friends to follow the same road as me, we can all be successful.
Okay, thank you, Nabiha, for that very good answer as well. Good job, well done. Okay, Sean, and she should receive one reward.
One reward for Nabiha.
Okay, Nabiha. Okay, maybe next, Anis can share for number 3, please. Do you ask for advice when?
Do you ask for advice when you have problem? Why or why not? For me, I will try to solve my problem by myself first. Then, if I can't solve the problem, I will ask for advice from my parents. This is because we want to be a more independent person.
Okay, that is also good. Good job, Anis. So you should get one as well. Okay, when we listen to Anis' answer, so she trying to figure out the answers to the problem herself first. But once she couldn't manage, so there's always an older person that she can refer to or can ask for advice. Okay, that is also very good. Now we are going to listen. Maybe Haikal, you can choose any question, and try to give your response.
I choose what's more important to you, your education or your friends.
Okay.
Why? Okay. The more important for me is my friends because no friends, my life is very bored. My life very boring, and my education will drop without friends.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Haikal. So for Haikal, maybe at this stage, he think that his friend is more important than his education. Maybe he can actually juggle the time. Okay, half of the time with his friend and then half of the time with his education. Okay. So well done, and then Haikal can get one reward. Good job.
For you.
Well done.
Well done.
Okay. So now, how to actually improve your speaking? Okay. So we need to understand the instruction, highlight on the task, be clear on what to do, and when you answer, you need to use appropriate vocabulary, use the correct tone, think clearly, and try to organize your thought. Just what they have shown.
Yes, that's right. And before we end our lesson today, could you kindly give us a short summary of what we have already learned today?
Yes. So this is the slide. What have you learned today? So we learn how to actually improve our speaking ability with the technique that we have already learned today. It is hoped that they can improve their speaking ability.
Yes. And how about the performance, the overall performance of our pupils who are online today? How well did they do?
They did well, as you've seen. They got all the rewards. So well done, good job. You have done well for your PBD.
All right, well done everyone. And for those of you who are watching online or even at home, if they want to get enhancement exercises or additional exercises, from where can they get it from?
Yes, of course, they can always check the Sumberku platform.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Hanin, for our lesson for today. And for those of you watching, hopefully it's beneficial to all of you. And we'll see you in our next lesson. Till then, take care and bye.
But wait up. Oh, I have a special surprise to you. Sean, because we have known each other for quite some time, right?
Okay.
So I just want to say thank you, buddy.
Wow! What's this? Thank you so much.
A small appreciation for all the times we know each other.
Wow! Thank you so much, Mr. Hanin. I didn't get anything for you, but wow, this is great.
Okay.
Wow. Meant a lot to me. I am really glad to know you, Mr. Hanin. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Mr. Hanin. I really appreciate our friendship as well.
Thank you.
And yes, I'm hopefully I remember to get you something also in the near future. Wow.